Alex, how was Bandung so far?
The best city in Indonesia. I love it. It's very beautiful. Surroundings and the mountains. Yesterday we climbed steep climb and it was so beautiful. Very muddy though.
Do you suggest Bandung to anyone?
Of course, if anybody could come to Indonesia, this is a must.
This is a must.
This is a must. We have to visit you and the city, of course.
And how was the crew?
The people here,
Huh?
it's the best. Have the best friends in the world here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Selamat datang semuanya. Jadi hari ini kita kedatangan tamu jauh dari Spanyol, namanya Alex Meyer, atau biasa kita kenal di Instagram akunnya Pedal to Live. Nah, hari ini tuh hari terakhir Alex di Bandung, makanya tadi pagi kita bikin ride with bike system with Alex. Untuk sekalian farewell sebelum besok dia berangkat ke Jakarta terus pulang ke Spanyol.
Back to work.
Alex di sini pengen sharing pengalaman dia bikepacking di seluruh dunia selama kurang lebih 10 tahun terakhir inilah. Ya, silakan Alex.
Hello, everybody. First of all, thank you very much. It's a real pleasure for me to be here around with you. And also, first of all, I want to thank you to Yudi, Dasha, all the staff of Bike System, which allowed me to do this thing, which is honestly for me, it's very emotional and very beautiful that I am that far away and people want to, be around and listen sometimes stupid stories, but yeah, I try to make them fun and in the same time very adventurous. But yeah, thank you very much. It means the world to me. And being said that, I'm sorry I don't speak Bahasa. Maybe next time. Yeah. Next year I will learn some more words and phrases. But yeah, if you don't understand me or if I speak too fast, because in Spanish we speak like a train, just stop me. This has not to be like a school. It's like a group talk, and you can interact with me. You can stop. Hey, Alej, but I don't understand that, or what is that, or why you are doing this. Just stop me. It has to be like this, not like a speak like. Okay, so if you don't understand me, just stop. It's normal. I'm not also English, so my English is not the best. But if you don't understand anything, just stop and we will just cut me, okay? Feel free, because the language is a barrier. But I promise you, next year I'll speak some Bahasa.
Other than saya makan jeruk.
Yeah, jeruk and susu and sate. So yeah, I'll be there. I'll try my best. 3 weeks before coming here, I downloaded Duolingo, but I just failed. So. Yeah, I'm here because the opportunity they brought to me, and I'm planning this year to do these things, these talks a little bit more. I'm planning also to do the next one in the UK, in Wales actually, and I'm building a website which everything is going to be posted there. I'm going to be posting my stories, my GPX files of the trips. Tips, experiences, photos, videos. So it's on the way. But yeah, this is one of my very first talks. So it means a lot to me. So thank you very much for being here. And yeah, basically what I want to do here is I don't want to speak a lot about me because you guys also cycle and you are all legends. Here also we have a couple of guys that they did a lot already. So yeah, I'm going to explain you what I did, my simple travels and adventures, but also I want to interact with you. So just ask if you have questions like how did you do that, or how you pack the bike, or how did you manage to go there. So it's going to be like this. There's two presentations. The first one is going to be more or less my thoughts, my beliefs, what I do, what I did, and what I do to train and to do these bikepacking trips. And then it's going to be like some photos of my recent 3 years last trips. So yeah, I tried to put some few photos, but then it's going to be more playful. So my name is Aleix. I'm from a little town from Barcelona, just 1 hour driving from Barcelona, the northeast part of Spain. And I'm a cabin crew. I do work also. Even people say, Aleix, you don't work. I work a lot. But I try to put all the holidays days together so I can do like bikepacking, long bikepacking trips. And especially if I do bikepacking trips here in Indonesia, which is very far away from me. It took like almost a day to get here, and yeah, especially with the Middle East situation and all crazy things, it's difficult. So I'm a cabin crew. I do fly a lot. I do handle people every day, and that's also already a training for my bikepacking trip, because like mental to handle with people. But yeah, and when I have the holidays, I just travel with my bike around the world. I've been cycling since I was very, very young. I have my first picture doing an MTB race when I was 5 years old. So yeah, I used to ride a lot, break a lot of bones, doing a lot of injuries to myself. But yeah, so this is my presentation. Yeah, I did like 7 or 8 slides like this, explaining probably the core of myself, what I think, what I do. And the first one, it's Grace in Motion. It's probably one of the most important things I believe in me. Basically here I have a photo in Oman. It was last year in October, lonely, in the middle of nowhere, very hot, always 40, 50 degrees every day. My rubbers of my levers just melted. They were like a chewing gum. So people say, but it's not possible 50. Yeah, well, maybe it's not 50 in the air, but as you are riding and you are close to the tarmac, the heat is very strong. So probably you are 50 or 60 degrees. And this is me on the mountains in 1 hour from where I live, very at the Pyrenees. It's a nice place. So what I see here, it's important to keep in mind that cyclists, we are not all the best, like cycling is the best. So I do want to remark that sport is very important. Even you run, you play football, you do basketball, or you do cycling, all the sports has their own movement. So it's important to move, it's important to do sport. And as I say here, cycling became more than a sport for me. It was like a way to live. That's always what I think about my logo, no, pedal to live, because I need to pedal to live. It's like, for me, it keeps me moving. It's a language for me, so that's why I said pedal to live, no? It's what I wanted to do, like pedaling to live. So, yeah, next one. One of the questions that I usually get asked about is probably, how do you do these long bikepacking trips? How do you do these crazy things? Well, maybe because the mystery is through practice. So practice, you may all know, you have probably jobs. You know that to be good on something, I don't want to say I'm good in cycling, but to be constant or maybe quite okay, you need to be like practicing every day, even you're working, even it's hot or cold. Here it's never cold, but well, even if it's crazy rainy or thunderstorm. So you need to be very, very focused and practice every day. So as I say, nothing in cycling came naturally to me overnight. So yeah, I always try to cycle every day. Even I have a long day in the plane working, even 12 hours, I try to ride for an hour or two. And yeah, this is a nice sentence I always say that people sometimes want to try, and I always say, don't try it, do it, or don't do it, but never try it. Because if you try it, it's like, okay, you never know. If you don't want to do it, you don't do it. But it's nice to know that if you want to try it, just do it. So yeah, this is actually a photo of me in Badlands, the ultra race in Spain, the kind of famous one last year. So having fun, sweaty, and suffering. One day you will suffer there, eh?
Never
Yeah.
not suffer.
Yeah, like that. Also, mind-body harmony, right? Speaking about ultra cycling and especially long distances things, the harmony in your mind is probably the most important thing. I always say that you can be the strongest, you can be the fastest, but your legs will never make you stop. Instead, you crash or something. No, but legs always keep moving, even slower. But your mind can always stop you. Can always. It's the part of your body that can stop you if you are down or low. So that's why it's very important to have a settled ideas and mind and a mind-body harmony. So yeah, I believe it's journey into the one. So yeah, it's basically this. I mean, even if you do short races, but especially in long ones, you need to be calm, let's say, with not a lot of troubles at home, because as I say, the mind can stop you, not your legs. So it's very, very important to be, happy, grateful about what you find on the way. And also doing ultra cycling and long things. It's always like mindfulness, right? And meditation. For me, being that amount of hours on the bike is like meditation. So it works a lot. Sometimes your mind goes like this. Yeah. So as I was saying about the mindset, you could probably suffer before that. Some days you feel strong and you go outside and you feel like shit. You don't push, you don't have any power, but sometimes you are not in the best shape, right? And then you pedal and you are super happy because whatever, and then you feel super strong. So it's not all about power, it's all about sometimes your mindset. So it's basically more or less what I said here, that all sports, not only cycling, depends on rhythm and timing. Some days everything flows and some days nothing works. And at first they tried to fight. It happened to me also. Sometimes at the beginning, some years ago, try to go always fast. But then you don't have any power, and then you realize that it's always your mindset instead of, being that strong. And knowing when to push and when to let go. So it's very important. So you probably guys, right, suffer this kind of condition that sometimes you feel strong, but you go out and you are not mentally okay, and you are like, meh. And then some days you are tired, and then you are mentally okay, and then you go strong. So. Expression through movement. It's basically more or less what I really love of bikepacking. Every trip that I do, every bikepacking I do, it's like you write a book. So your body, your movement expresses a lot of things, and just only sometimes silence is enough to have a lot of thoughts in your mind. And as I said, you feel, you process, you understand the speed, the feelings that you have, the effort, the silence. So and then all reflects what's inside of you. So that's why I said that for me, bikepacking, it's kind of a meditation way, and it's incredible because you have this, especially if you travel alone, then you have a lot of up and downs, and you have a lot of thoughts. So that's one of my favorite things I have when I'm on the bike, very far away, especially from home. Yeah. Next one. Oh, this is Flores, your beautiful country. Some weeks ago, as you may know, I tried to make it short, but I came here to Jakarta. I did a gravel event at Dirty Lands. Then I joined them and we went to Malang. And we had some local rides, very beautiful. And then sadly I got sick, very sick. We really don't know. The hospital in Flores said it was a bacteria or a virus. Well, I don't know what it was, but I got very, very sick. And
We poisoned him.
yeah, they poisoned me just to win an Indonesian. No, but yeah, I was planning to go to Lintang Flores and race the ultra endurance race. And yeah, this is basically a photo I took the first day I got to Flores. I tried to ride a little bit after a couple of days resting in bed. And as you may know, I tried to race Lintang Flores, but after 200 kilometers, I had to stop because I was very bad. I was really, really bad. I was trying to pretend and nothing happened. I on social media now, I'm okay. I feel okay. But once I get to Ruteng, like almost 100 kilometers, and I ordered a pizza, one of my favorite dishes, I couldn't even eat it. So I was like empty. I had no hunger. So I was empty. I had no power. Every single steep climb I had to do, it was like devil for me. So I got to a point which it was kind of difficult to come back if I decided to quit. So yeah, I mean, Flores is not Spain, so it's kind of tricky to get back. I was like, okay, Aleix, just sit down. I sit down on a rock. I thought to myself, and then I realized that it didn't mean anything to me to continue. So I just finished. I quit. Then I rested for like a week because I was very weak until I felt ready again. And then I took a flight to Kupang and I backpacking by my own the whole island of Timor, West Timor in Indonesia. And then I crossed the border into Timor-Leste. Yeah, and I did like almost to the very east part. So yeah, the flow state. Have you ever heard about flow state? It's not a meaning, like a definition of something that it's being very used nowadays in sport. It's kind of interesting. So flow isn't something you chase, it's something that it enter when you let it go. It's a bit like this, but there are moments on the bike where everything just clicks. On the bike, on running, every sport. The body moves without thinking. The mind goes quiet and the road pulls you forward. No past, no future, just pure presence. It doesn't happen every day and you can force it, but when it comes, it feels effortless. Like you're exactly when you are supposed to be. To just resume this, I always say to myself that I turn on the engine. For example, those 200 kilometers that I did in Flores, I wanted to get into the flow state because I wasn't already. And I gave myself 200 kilometers to see if, I try to connect to myself, especially in long distances. If I could connect to myself, feeling comfortable. So this is a definition which a lot of cyclists nowadays try to connect when they don't have the best day, like psychologically talking, on the, and it helps to understand that even, for example, imagine you are in the Tour de France in one stage and somebody doesn't feel good. They teach people nowadays that you will find it sooner or later. You will find yourself again powerful and good if you are not feeling that way. So, because there's a lot of people that the soon they already leave or they start the race and they don't feel okay, they are like, oh, today I'm going to have a bad day. So they're starting teaching people nowadays to understand that it's going to come. So don't worry if you are doing like a long adventure, a long trip, it's going to come. It's like a roller coaster. Cycling, it's going to come. So if you're down, it's going to be up and it's going to be down again. But yeah, so just to understand yourself that it's okay to be down, it's okay to be low. Just wait for the flow state to come to you. So it's very important to let yourself that it's okay. I mean, we are not Pogacar. Even Pogacar, they really know how to pretend that they are okay. But even Pogacar, they have like very long down states. So they are taught to, be calm and, play with your mind. So yeah, it's very curious. Of course, I won't lie to you. Um, of course, for being an ultra cyclist and doing long distances, you cannot just click and be okay. I'm gonna cycle from as I did last year from Jakarta to Sumbawa. No, now, of course, you need to be healthy. You need to train. You need to make some effort. So performance is an art. Okay, so the week has 7 days. You don't need to be like very focused on training every day of the week, but maybe one of the days of the week you can be by your own. You can push hard. You can try to improve a little bit, because then these efforts are going to be reflected on bikepackings days or things like this. So yeah, I do race a lot when I'm in Spain. I do road races, I do mountain bike races, and also gravel races. So for me, it works a lot. It gives me that punch, that spark when I'm doing bikepacking trips. So this is basically a local race that it's held in my town. And this is a famous road race in Girona. So yeah. And this is the last slide. And for me, being here, it means a lot to me, because basically when I started to build this pedal to lift thing, being surrounded by people, not me being the center or the ego part, no, but sharing to each other experiences, tips, adventures, thoughts, and everything, that was probably my main goal that I wanted to have. So yeah, I want to say that inspiring others, for me, I think it's a very beautiful thing, because I would like to have in my past somebody to touch me, some thoughts or tips. I haven't had it, but I really like to share and I really like to help people. So that's why I started to do some talks in Spain some years ago, and I think it works a lot. If here we are 20, let's say, if just I motivate one person out of 20, for me it's more than enough. I'm super happy. So yeah, I really like to help, giving tips, giving advices, giving all my help that I have. It's very inspiring me and grateful for me. So yeah, what I try to do with this pedal to lift thing is basically try to help as much as I can. And then you see also that all the help you give, it's given back to you, as I'm really here that you guys rock it. I feel like home, because sometimes you feel like, I'm going to try to help, but then you realize that the help you give, it's nothing compared to what you give, what you have. So especially here in Indonesia, you guys are incredible. I've been care at the very last detail. So yeah, thank you very much. If you guys have ever any questions, not just even now, you can text me. I'll be as quick as possible. I know, guys, that you're very quick at responding, and I'll try to be very, very quick. But yeah, any doubts and hesitations you have, I'll be more than happy to answer you, even from Spain.
Through voice note?
Sorry?
Through voice note?
I don't know if you guys do it, but the Spanish people used to send a lot of voice messages, and we don't get to the point until maybe 1 minute. So it's like, okay, Aleix, I'm okay. Yes, it's not raining. What do you want? So yeah, through voice messages, of course. So if my journey moves someone else to start theirs, it already matters. So yeah, if I already motivate you a little bit to keep, pedaling, even if it's rainy. Well, here it can be very rainy, but just be more motivated. Sport is a very good thing. Eat healthy, move, because it's gonna be like back when we are old. So, and keep doing what you do. These communities that you have here in Indonesia, honestly, it's very meaningful. It's different in Spain. So I can say that keep doing that. It's so beautiful. You guys have very nice friendships. You help to each other. You care to each other. You don't stress. So it's very beautiful. Keep doing that, because it's amazing for me. So I'll try to share these thoughts and these feelings to my lovely friends in Spain, to learn from you, because you are people that we have to learn from you. So Yeah, thank you very much.
Sebelum masuk ke slide yang berikutnya, apa ada yang mau ditanyain?
So before moving to the photos, the fun thing, do you have any questions or about trainings or anything?
Trainings.
This is like a school. I know the first one is gonna be
Trainings.
hard, and then everybody or not. But yeah, this questions it has to be like friends. Yeah.
Yeah, you said about flow, but flow down.
The
and
flow
up.
state. Yeah.
What you will do if you on down
Yeah.
state?
Yeah.
What you do for make it up again?
Okay, I try to play. And it's basically, you probably gonna call me crazy, but if I'm very down, the first important thing is realize that you are down. When you realize that you are in a down, okay, you start playing. And for example, if I'm doing an ultra, it's like, okay, 20 and 20, 40. 40 plus 10, 50. Okay, in 50 kilometers, I'm gonna have a Coca-Cola and a couple of ice creams. So you basically focus on 50 kilometers. Right? Don't say like, okay, 100 and 300, 400 kilometers. So, you do some games like, okay, how many kilometers until the next town? Okay, 40. Okay, so in 20 kilometers, I stop the half. I stop for 5 minutes, I stretch, I check my Instagram, and then I keep moving. And this lies to your mind, just plays to you that you forget things. And then probably in 40 kilometers or they probably know, you are already past that moment because the downs, they look very long, but they don't last. I mean, it's very quick to switch. So just play some games with your mind, even have a call. Or, I mean, basically during long things, call your dad, call your mom, your friend, anything. Take a picture, just stop. And in 50 kilometers, for me, it works that like 20, 40, okay, 40. Okay, 40 kilometers. 4 ice creams. I'm going to buy 4 ice creams in 40 kilometers. So maybe not, but then, you have the target in 40 kilometers, which is probably a couple of hours. So, you start to making your mind switch things.
Distract the flow, so next time you flow. Distract the mind.
Yeah.
And then we forget about our condition.
Exactly. And especially if you are doing ultra distance races, you probably will think also that there's a lot of people in the same condition. So yeah, you can say, okay, I'm gonna have ice creams, and they don't want to have ice cream, so I'm gonna be lucky. So yeah, you're trying to flow the state and just try to, because otherwise it's difficult. They know already that they do a lot of.
They're doing ultra soon.
Yeah, you're doing an ultra soon. Which one? Okay.
Bentang Jawa.
Bentang Jawa. Okay. Whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, last year with them I did a part, and then I kept doing that, and it's so beautiful. Yeah.
Tahun lalu
Good luck with Bromo.
Kasih peta.
Good.
Kasih peta jalannya sendiri.
You are gonna climb the Bromo, no? Good luck.
Jemplang.
Good luck.
Dia naik Jemplang pas badai.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah, you going to Jemplang when the rain is.
Well, yeah, foggy, rain. It got dark at the top, so I had everything. I text her saying, "Is it possible
I'm so scared.
to jump in a truck?" I was like, "I can go up."
He sent me dikirimin voice note waktu nanjak Jemplang. Tasya, ini serem banget. Gak ada orang. Mau minta tolong, gak ada yang bisa diminta tolong.
That was.
Totally alone in the top.
Nobody was there, right?
No, nobody. Just only fog. I couldn't see anything. You know what? I was at home. I was at home in Spain in Google Maps, like, oh, Bromo. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. I'm gonna take a lot of photos. Maybe I should take that trail. Or wow, look at this green thing. I got there like
Nothing. Nothing.
nobody. Just me and my hat raining. I was like, okay. And this is cold, it's foggy, it's rainy. And on my way down, it got dark and was dramatic.
One of your down experience?
No. There it was kind of frustrating because I couldn't see the places. But downs, probably it was one climb in Bali.
Bali is more.
One climb in Bali. I tried to avoid the touristy part. I'm very against the tourist. So I rode on the north part.
But yes.
Yeah, and I tried to go very fast. I crossed Bali in 1 day and a half, like. And there's a very, very steep climb on the north part of Bali, going up to the mountains. Also, foggy, rainy. And the people in Spain call me the stormy man. So
Just so you know, wherever he goes,
It's
there's
always rainy.
it's always rainy.
yeah, always.
Rain.
Yeah. no-
Rain, yeah.
The only place that didn't rain, it was in Oman. So yeah, it was crazy. There I had a down. Then also what else? After Roma, when I went down, I had like a very flat until I got
Yeah.
to
Jember.
Jember. And I had the great idea to put like podcast in Catalan, in my language, of crimes. So it was like, it was not a good idea. I was sitting, I can remember in Indomaret, my favorite place is in Indonesia, listening to a crime scene podcast at 1 a.m. in weird places and like very down, all flat, headwind. I was like, shit. So it was like also a very hard one because that day was probably 300 and so kilometers.
Yeah.
And I came from long rides with them also, so it was hard. But yeah. But sometimes, let me tell you something, down moments won't be probably because you are physically fucked. Down moments will be when you are mentally fucked. So, yeah, that's why I always say a lot of things about mentally things. So, yeah. You could see that during the ultras, you will be like low, and then an old guy will overpass you. Like, and probably those legs are slower than yours, but your mind is even lower than the others. So you need to click. And okay, now I'm in down. Just take it easy. It's okay. I'm gonna pass this moment. So, yeah. But ultra cycling, it's when you finish is the best thing you can have in the world. So just think about the people will wait you until the end, or no. I always finish when it's dark, so nobody is out there. So I'm like, okay, thank you. Always I finish during dark. So yeah, but it's very emotional and grateful. So yeah, enjoy it. If you have any questions, just first then that they are the experts. And yeah, more questions.
Ada yang mau nanya lagi? Mumpung?
Yes,
Sebelum pulang?
Aryo.
Ya, Aryo.
How do you deal with many different languages now when you travel through the countries?
Yeah, that's
Especially in the country or cities where people don't speak English.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and especially that I'm
smile
an
and wave.
expert of going to places that they are like very different than me. I mean, it's not that hard. English, it's well known and more or less you can maybe basic words. But it's true that, for example, in the middle of nowhere in Oman, you could find these Arab guys, very nice, with destroyed pickup trucks. And they didn't even know to say hello, but they always bring dates and hot tea and hot coffee, and you don't know how, but you always connect with them and you kind of understand. But it's true that nowadays it helps a lot. It helps a lot, the app of Google of Translate, that you can talk.
Yeah.
I have a funny story. Vietnam, 2 years ago, I stopped because it was raining a lot, of course. And a family, of course, like huge storm. And a guy said, come on. And he took me into the garage, and he had like a lot of mandarins and a lot of rice. And then he was with another guy, and with this app, we were starting to, so fun. And then suddenly I was like, do you want to marry with my daughter? And there was a girl like, hello. I was like, shit, okay, delayed. I don't know how to. I have the screenshot. Already of, do you want to marry with my daughter? I was like, well, I think I don't have time. I really need to go. So yeah, it's not difficult. So You can even get married.
With Google Translate.
Yeah, I'll try to find it. Well, yeah, it's basically here. So yeah, sometimes it's tricky when it's dark, late, you are tired and hungry, and you are in a rush. Sometimes it's a bit, whew. Or when you are hungry and you try to eat something that you like, and then they give you another thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not picky. I learned in the hard way to just not being picky. Anything what you find, but yeah, mostly the world. It's just a great place that they help you everywhere. So yeah. That's a nice question.
So nowadays, language is really much not a barrier for you, right?
No.
They have off.
No, not really. And also in Thailand, also that now you can take a picture and it translates directly.
Yeah.
I was with Alex and Lina in Thailand, and they were like a very small local food place. And that woman gave me the menu in Thai. I was like, shit, I didn't understand anything because the words are different. And I took a photo.
Translate weird.
And all the words were in my letters. And I was with my friend. Oh yeah, now I understand everything, like chicken, soup, blah. And then when the woman came, and I said to her like, yeah, the soup. Then she was like, looking at the photo of the menu already translated. She was like, what? It's not translated. So she couldn't understand why all the menu was translated like a photo. And she was like, what? Yeah. She got crazy. So it's kind of easy nowadays with ads and everything. You just point and you understand everything, more or less. I try to get understand myself into science. Yeah.
Ada lagi pertanyaan?
Yeah.
I have a question. Do you have experience with bad people in your journey? How to meet them?
Bad people.
Bad people.
If you could ask me to say one of the most beautiful and amazing things I experience when I do backpacking trips, around the world, is that I find amazing people. I mean, incredible people. It's hard to me to remind if I found anybody bad. I don't think so, really. I mean, you can find people. Let's say, for example, in Morocco. No, I did some backpacking trips by my own. Several times, at the very lost mountains in the middle of nowhere, which probably those little kids never seen a guy before, like a foreigner. They threw me rocks one day. That's okay. I mean, they're kids. They're kids that probably they threw rocks to me, to cars, to ships, to cars. So. Yeah, and that moment I can remember I was very tired after a long day. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna call the police. And they were like, what police? You're like in the middle of the mountains, there's no police here. So, well, those moments, and sometimes people that they try to charge you more for things.
Everywhere.
Scam you, but not really bad people. Then I was, maybe I think because I look destroyed. And when I see to you, it's like, oh, that guy is pretty destroyed. So you better don't mess with him. He probably will eat me. Yeah, exactly. So no, but really, incredible experience with people everywhere I go in the world. Let's say I'm gonna be honest, but I've been in Iran. I've been in the deep Africa. I've been in for the Western countries, difficult countries, and honestly, I had the best experiences, moments in my life. I was saying to somebody yesterday that I was lost in Jordan under a little tree, under the heat, under the shadow, and suddenly came a guy with a couple of glasses of water. So everybody wants to help you when you are on those situations. So the world is very nice, and again, Western countries, we should learn from them. So yeah, not very bad experiences.
Aman.
In you see guy with AK-47.
What?
In the Middle East, have you seen someone with a
Guns.
Yeah, a lot of times. And they wanted to take selfies with you. It's incredible. Yeah, in Iran, in Jordan, Syria, Saudi Arabia, these places are like, always heavy armed. And at the first moment, you're like, oh, shit. But it's gonna be okay. Next year, I'm planning maybe if the situation gets better to go to Afghanistan and Pakistan. So I need to get prepared of seeing a lot of AK-47s. So yeah. That's a question that a lot of people ask me if I find troubles or bad people, but I know. Also, you need to be open-minded and not being, I'm the center of the world, no, because, you are at their place. So you need to be always very respectful, then they will respect you 100%, always. Yeah.
Don't be panic.
I always say that I'm not scared, but I have respect. I'm not scared of things. I don't think so, but I have respect. So that it's very different. I mean, I'm not scared of going downhill, but I'll be aware of this is a downhill and I'll take it slow. But not scared because I can break something or people or everything. No, but you need to be, you have to have respect about things. Not over, because I'm in Indonesia, it's going to be okay. No. I mean, just take it easy because maybe a heavy thunderstorm can be, you never know. So always with respect, full respect. Mostly when you are alone, like 15,000 kilometers away. Yeah, so never scared, but always with respect. And always respect the locals too. Yeah, it's the first step. Yeah.
Oke, sebelum nambah lagi pertanyaannya, kita lanjut ke slide berikutnya.
Kita kalau mau pindah negara aja di perbatasan nggak punya visa.
Ya mereka sih enak.
Nyangkut ke visa. Soalnya yang susah teh yang kayak kemarin Kazakhstan gitu kan, ke tetangga-tetangganya Kirgistan gitu-gitu kita mah butuh visa. Jadi nggak bisa lewatin border.
Oh ya, perfect.
Visanya bisa diurus jauh-jauh hari atau harus?
Susah kayaknya. Harus tetap minimal berapa hari sebelumnya
Kalau
gitu.
Indo mah ribet.
Kalau ada kerjaan jelas baru.
Kalau yang kita bebas kan paling kalau muter. Jadi kita mah harus kayak pilih negara, putar-putar negara itu gitu.
Nggak bisa mendadak.
Kalau kerjaan ya baru cepat ya.
Yang nggak tahu sih.
Kalau ada
ya.
duitnya.
Yeah, we just talking about visa because like in the Mid Eastern, if you wanna go to like several countries at once, we have to make a lot of visa.
Oh yeah.
In advance.
Yeah, that's one of the good things I have, that I think Spanish passport is one of the most powerful in the world. So you can go like freely everywhere. Like, Spanish, okay, come. You're not dangerous. Hey, Barca, Messi, come on. Yeah, everybody. Well, actually, at the Timor-Leste and Indonesian border, they were like, "Oh, pedal to leave." I was like, "What? Yeah, I've been following your stories." I was like, "What shit?" So they already knew me in the border. Yeah, well, crazy. And here's the fun part. Just some pictures that from my travels 3 years ago back. So just because if not, it was too much. But yeah, this is in Jordan. In Oman last year in the middle of the desert. I went there to sleep a couple of nights. Indonesia, Iceland, crossing some, let's say, icy rivers.
Was it during the rift?
Yeah. Crazy thing. Yeah, this the next one. So, yeah, this is Sao Tome and Príncipe. I really like to go to places where you don't find any tourists and they are not known. So I've been here last January, this year. Sao Tome and Príncipe, it's the smallest country in Africa. It's basically a couple of islands like this at the west part of Africa, at the west coast, the Guinea Gulf. So it's an ex-Portuguese colony, and they are likely lost in the middle of nowhere, and also the third least country in the world. So just only 9,000 people go every year. So it's a crazy, faraway place. This photo, they have this mountain here which is 700 meters tall, and it's basically the icon of Sao Tome and Principe. You have the nodes and you see the mountain. So it's the most beautiful thing they have because it's very small and they don't have a lot of things. But yeah, it's very beautiful. And just a curious fact, the first two guys that they climbed it ever, they were from Catalunya, from Barcelona. So yeah, I was like, yeah. A couple of brothers that they are very good on climbing. So this is a little island under this island that it was 70 kilometers. That it's actually the center of the world. So this place, it's where the equator and the meridian of Greenwich matches. So it's 0, 0. So I was like, middle, and a guy came to me like, you must be the first guy with a bicycle here. I was like,
Oh,
shit, yeah.
living legend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to try one thing, but it couldn't be possible, like to flush the toilet and see, because here it goes like this, and in Spain it goes like this. But here it should be like straight. Like you said. So it was beautiful. So I got there. Also rainy.
Also rainy.
Also rainy. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, next one. This is, Sao Tome, the roads there, the clear water, that it was incredible. You guys in Indonesia, next level of waters. And this is, well, for me, it's very exotic. It's cacao. It's the mother of every Kinder Bueno, Kit Kat, Snickers. It's the mother. So, do you have cocoa here in Indonesia?
Oh yeah, we have a lot.
You have? Okay, for me it's very like, and I'm gonna teach him how cocoa is okay. In Spain we have cherries, but not this. Actually, I tried and it was very bitter. Like, yeah. This is I'm going back. So January. This is So this is November last year. I'm going back. So.
Gajah.
That was in Malaysia. I did almost 2,000 kilometers loop last year in November. Probably I had the most stormy bikepacking trip in my life. that was ridiculous. But roads, you can see that the weather is not sunny because I couldn't see any elephants. I could see a lot of teeth. These crazy birds that I saw, that they look like a taxi because the yellow colors. And at this island, I went to a little island. I got stuck there for 3 days and a half because the massive thunderstorm, they cut the ferries. The island got almost destroyed. The roads were cut. So that's the only memory I have because it was every day raining a lot. Even the owner of the hotel texted me saying, "I'm very sorry, Aleix." I was like, "It's okay, I'm used to." So this is Malaysia. You are used to see these landscapes. The next one, and this is 1 month before Malaysia. I was in Oman. Here I was with my lovely ex-girlfriend in memory. So it was a nice experience. It was a very tough one. That's why she decided to quit.
Quit on you at all.
This guy is crazy. I'm gonna live with you. So we did a crazy loop in Oman. I don't know if you know where it is, but it's at the Middle East, close to Dubai. Is part of the Saudi Arabia and north part of Yemen. So it's in a very conflict area, but they are okay. It's very deserty and very hot, but it has a lot of mountains at the very top of the country, like huge mountains, 3,000-ish mountains. So at the beginning we went to the mountains, crazy steep climbs, more than Indonesia, and rocky and gravel. And then we crossed them, we went to the desert, we slept some days in the desert, and then back to the north through the coast. So I'm a fan of the signs. I always take photo of signs. But we crossed the Tropic of Cancer, which I've never crossed it before by bike. And here I was very fully loaded with the tent, the mattress, the mini kitchen, everything. So the bicycle was almost 30 kilos. So it was kind of tricky to ride on the sun. Have you ever tried to ride on sun? You tried it before? No? Don't try it. It's not fun. It's not fun because you need to lower the pressure until 0.2 or 0.3. So you do like this and you touch the rim on on the tarmac. So then the tire can soften and can be wider, and then you can move a little bit forward. So even I have 50 tires, it was not enough. Sometimes when it was very soft, it's, yeah. This is still Oman, lonely roads. The roads were like this, mostly very rocky and with beautiful wadis. Wadis are like very deep canyons that during the dry season, it's very fun to ride. And yeah, landscapely, it's one of the most beautiful places I have been in my life. So Oman is incredible, very nice, and not touristy.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Then before Oman, I was in Iceland. I did a gravel race, 200 kilometers gravel race. Yeah, it was a race. And also it's in this crazy League of Earth series, which there were like all the pros. I don't want to say where I finished, but I can say where I finished from the last. So yeah, already finishing, it's big because it's we were like kind of 5 degrees between snow and rain, and of course it was raining. And yeah, so the place was incredible. That's the bad things about racing, that sometimes you don't open your eyes. And when I see the photos, I was like, did I rode through these lands? Because I was like very focused. But Iceland is very beautiful, but very expensive.
Yeah.
So yeah, with volcanoes, the waterfalls, it's very nice. Very cold. That was summer, eh? Their summer, a snowy,
Looks very
rainy
hot.
summer. Yeah, it's crazy. They have like plenty of light, 20 hours of light. So you were at 2 a.m. like, it's sunny. What should I do? Right, breakfast? That was
What
funny.
time? So what time was the sunset?
The sunset was at 2 a.m.
Was it sunset?
Sunset,
Oh, it's dark.
and sunrise at 3.
Nice.
So
one,
it
1 hour of nighttime.
No, but not nighttime. It's blue, like
yeah,
dark
yeah.
blue.
Like dusk.
Yeah, exactly. Like Shimano blue.
Yeah.
Shimano blue.
It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Back to a little bit further. These are the only photos without no rain in Vietnam and Cambodia. Also, I had a lot of rain, as I said. And yeah, I did a very long loop. I started in Ho Chi Minh. I went down to the Mekong River, very beautiful. And then I went up. I crossed the border into Cambodia. Then I went to these magnificent islands. It was incredible. And then I crossed again. I went to Angkor Wat, Phnom Penh, and then back to Ho Chi Minh. It took me like almost a month. It was very beautiful. This is for me, one of the best sunsets I ever seen in my life. The border of Cambodia and Vietnam was nice. It was nice memories. I mean, I love Asia. Southeast Asia is so incredible. Well, I put Spain because you could see we have a lot of different places. So this is actually where I live, in front of my house. Some days ago, always snowy and cold, and it looks beautiful, but it's very painful for your hands. The mountains that I have very close, and also if you go a little bit south, the landscape dramatically change, and it's very dry, desert, never rains, very hot, good food, very happy people. Not like the people from the north like us. But yeah, it's basically Spain. I could post like 1,000 pictures from Spain. Yeah, that's the one. You ever seen snow? Snow? You see snow?
So
You haven't seen snow before, no? Never before. Even touch? No, nothing? Okay.
lucky us.
Yeah.
Lucky you. Maybe from the car, inside the car with the heating system. Oh, yeah, nice. But outside it's not fun. Yeah. Before Cambodia and Vietnam, I did one of my most important bikepacking trips I've done in my life. It's in Nepal. Not because what I did, it's because the psychological situation I was going through. Actually, here I was deeply depressed. I was having a very hard year because a lot of things. But again, cycling can make things happen and turn into a good way. the first day I arrived in Nepal, and I took the bicycle. The last time I took the bicycle was almost 2 months and a half before. So I haven't touched the bicycle before getting to Nepal in 2 months and a half. So I was going through a very hard time. And I decided to think about a stupid thing of doing, Annapurna circuit? Yeah. Well, Annapurna is the 10th highest mountain in the world. It's like 8,000 meters, and it's the 10th highest mountain in the world. So there's a trekking, not bicycling, trekking. I was like, okay, I should try with my bicycle. So I didn't hesitate, and it's not long, it's 600 kilometers, but it takes around 1 month and a half up to 2 months to trek the whole loop. I did it in 1 week and a half, and I decided to take my bicycle and do it by my own, and I had no records of doing it with bicycles, so I don't know if I was the first or not, but it was at the same time very hard, because you get to this pass. Trongla Pass is the highest pass reachable walking in the world, like a pass, not like, trekking. It's almost 6,000 meters. Wow. You better don't want to feel what it feels at that altitude. It's very hard to breathe, of course. I had the Annapurna close to me, like 8,000 meters, and I could see the summit. So it was, I could see the summit. Then also I saw Dhaulagiri, which is the 5th highest in the world. So that was very high. And it gives me goosebumps, because I was like, running out of oxygen. I had to do a lot of acclimatization before. What I had to do is, when I reached 3,000, the next day I was like pedaling up to 4,000, leaving the bike, sleeping, and then the next day walking up to 4,500, spend like 3-4 hours, then going back again, sleep at 4,000, doing it again the next day, doing it again, then taking the bike up to 5,000, leave the bike, sleep, going up walking 5,500, stay 3-4 hours, going back, sleep, doing it again. So acclimatizing, because the bad thing is that with the bicycle you climb very fast. So people, when they trek, they get acclimatized better, because they go like maybe 200 meters by 200 meters. So for me it was like 2,000 meters in 1 day. So yeah, it's very hard, and you don't get acclimatized. And even I did that. More than 5,000 meters, your body starts to kill the cells that you have, so you need to be a bit careful. And it was very hard. You basically feel bad, you feel weak, like nauseous, you don't feel strong, you have hours to sleep, like nightmares and everything, and feeling like you have a paper in your throat, like shit. And basically, the amount of oxygen that at the top of Everest has, it's 33%, and here it was 41%. So it's not that very different. So here we have like 99% up to 100% of oxygen, but here I had around 40%. So it was a hard job. And you have to push the bicycle and everything. So I'm saying this because this kept me away of my mental health that moment, and helped me to trust me again, and to think about me. And also I love Buddhism, and Nepal is very good also about Buddhism, and I could connect a lot with religion and everything. So yeah, it was very meaningful for me. There were nobody here at the top, and then the descent was, well, the day before I had to push 20 kilometers the bike, because it was from 5,400 until 6,000, rocky, very steep. So almost 7 hours pushing the bike. Stupid ideas. I was like, oh, why did I? Why? So yeah, the night before, I can remember that I was feeling so bad, almost at 5,500, and I decided I couldn't sleep anymore. I was like, I should go. And I get dressed, and I just pushed, and I did it. And then, you have like very long descent into a very famous valley called Mutang Valley. It's a sacred valley because it connects to the Tibet. And then I realized when I got home that you have to pay $500 to get into that valley. I haven't paid them because I didn't know it. But I was like, there's nobody here. Like, it's very beautiful. So yeah. So yeah, long bridges, Tibetan bridges, very scary when they were wet because it's metal, but because crossing the valleys, you have to cross a lot of Tibetan bridges. It was very, very fun. Yeah. Yeah, Nepal, this is acclimating me. This is Annapurna. This is south face. So Annapurna is the deadliest mountain in the world. It's not Everest, it's not K2, it's Annapurna. 1 out of 3 died. So crazy. Yeah. And I love alpinism too. I used to do a lot of alpinism when I was kind of young before cycling, and that's why I'm always very connected to alpinism. But yeah, this is basically Annapurna south face. The north face is the deadliest face in the world. So because it's very steep and there's a lot of avalanches and ice falls and everything. So yeah, my Garmin saying that I was crazy, being at 5,500. And yeah, that's me doing stupid selfies because anybody can take me photos where I'm alone. And yeah, waterfalls and everything. I recommend you Nepal. It's a very nice place. It's very spiritual and beautiful. Also, it was very, very cold at the top. Yeah, Laos and Thailand. Yeah, 2 months before Nepal, I was to Laos and Thailand and Laos. This bikepacking trip was with a couple of friends, and I had so much fun. You probably are not very impressed of Thailand and Laos because it's more or less like the same. Thailand, it's maybe kind of similar Southeast Asia thing, but Laos, with all my respect, it was wild. There's dust, and behind the dust it's me. I think it's the dustiest country I ever pedaled in my life, Laos. It was, I crossed the border, and after crossing the bridge, it was like 2 pounds of dust all the way. It was so hard to pedal, very dry. It was during the dry season, but very dry, very hot, and very remote. Because I literally crossed the country, and it was very remote. I couldn't find any place to sleep. It was kind of hard, but people amazing. This is Laos, Thailand. I always like to put some incense stickers at temples and praying for my life to be like okay on the bike. But yeah, I cannot explain a lot of things. Yeah, like drone picture crossing a bridge before the border into Laos. And that was also what I was saying, Thailand and Laos. So it was, a game changing. It's very beautiful. You've been in Thailand before or Laos? You've been there before? No. Thailand or Laos? You've been?
Thailand.
I did, but
Not cycling. Okay, it's nice. 7-Elevens also save your ass. Yeah. Before that, another stupid idea I had. I want to say something regarding my kit. This is my very new kit, the cycling kit, the clothes. I literally used them for the first time here in Indonesia. I have my own sponsor and everything, but this design was made in my mind, and it reflects the sun textures of the desert. Why? Because I like places where I feel very small, and I think deserts, of course, make you feel like shit, like make you feel like alone. So I love Jordan. I decided to cross Jordan from the very north part in Syria until Arabia Saudita by my own in August. So I crossed it. It's like a done track already called the Jordan Bike Trail. So it crosses the whole country. But at the end, I decided to put like the cherry on the top of the cake and cross the stupid desert that it took me 2.5 days. And it was very hard. It was very hard because basically I just only had sardines, cans of sardines. I bought chocolate, which it was melted in 1 minute, and a lot of water. And it was very hard because I had to, I had to pedal from 1 or 2 a.m. until 10 a.m., then stop until 4 or 5 p.m. and then back again because it was around 60 degrees or 50 degrees. It was very hot. And that moment, probably I was scared because I thought it could be faster and I could only manage to get like 30 or 40 kilometers per day because of the sun. And I thought I could do it in one day, but it took me 3 days almost. And yeah, I was running out of water and I had to, be like in safe mode. And that was, yeah. And this is Petra. You all know the ancient thing. I wanted to go with bicycle, but I couldn't. And this is basically the roads you find in Jordan. No Indomarets. No people, beep, beep, no motorbikes, just only camels looking at you like, you are a stupid guy. You are a really stupid guy. So, yeah, that's the only friend I did in Jordan. Not a lot of camels, but I don't really know how they live here. I was like, I'm stupid, but you are more. Why do you don't move to the city? Well, anyway. Yeah, this is Jordan. You can see 59 degrees.
Oh.
In my tent, which it was probably a little bit colder. And this is the welcome ride I did in Jordan. So yeah, almost 200 kilometers with 5,000. And honestly, the climbs weren't long. So it was, yeah. The beginning. Just welcome, Alej, to Jordan. This is Jordan. Nice to meet you. And this is what you will find the rest of your days here. So, yeah, I told her yesterday that Jordan is very tricky terrain because it's kind of mountainous on the west. And they have a lot of valleys called wadis. So they don't have a lot of pavement. So what they do is downhill and uphill. Not doing corners. Yeah. So it's very steep, crazy steep. So this is probably the steepest country I ever rode in. So yeah, it was hard. It was very hard, but beautiful. And yeah, this is my last 3 years, but during my whole life, I visited all these places. As you can see, I visited a lot of places, but still nothing. I mean, there's a lot of places still to go. I really want to discover Africa next year a lot, Central Asia. And yeah. And Greenland? You said Greenland? I want to go to Greenland next year. How, with who I said that to you, right?
Before Trump
yeah, before Trump gets
takes
crazy.
the Greenland.
Crazy Trump. I already built a track that I want to do. It's basically the whole Greenland. It's like an ice cube that you cannot do anything. Yeah. But then at the west coast, close to Alaska, Canada, there is a little part that they don't have ice, and I built like a little track to cross from the ice cap to the coast and then back. Also, the government in Greenland are trying to build a trekking track that goes to the coast. So yeah, I'll see what I do. And yeah, Indonesia, Spain, very far away.
What is that?
This is Hawaii. No, but because I pressed the US, maybe, yeah. So, São Tomé and Príncipe, it's, you see this yellow spot? This is yellow but it's very small. It's smaller than this, so it's there. I had to go to Lisbon, Accra, which is in
West.
In Ghana.
Oh,
Yeah, like there, and then jump again. So a lot of flights to just go there. But yeah, Sri Lanka, yeah. So
You already go to Papua.
no, but
Indonesia.
as I press Indonesia, it presses everything in Indonesia. But yeah, South Korea, mostly the southeast part of Asia, Russia. I crossed some years ago. I crossed the whole Russia, from Moscow until Peking, crossing Mongolia and China.
Oh,
Yeah, and also I did some races in Colombia. I crossed Chile. There's one missing. Yeah, Chile.
No Japan.
But no Japan. You could realize that not the expensive countries. So I try to, Africa, it's actually very expensive, eh? If you do like tending and everything, it's fine. But if you have to sleep in hotel, it's expensive. But yeah, so yeah, the world is big, but at the same time very small. And yeah, looking forward to cover more places. Yeah. So yeah, if you have any questions or yeah, the crazy places I've been. But yeah, thank you very much for listening me. The crazy stories. It's very nice to share them, and especially with people that they're like cyclists and like you. So thank you very much. I'm so happy I could share those thoughts with you.
Makasih Alex.
Makasih.
Terima kasih.
Thank you very much.
Udah
So,
share
yeah.
sama kita.
I hope I inspired you a little bit, just a little bit, to do even races or bikepacking trips. And the bikepacking trip, it hasn't to be at the other part of the world. You can take your bags and just go to, I don't know, to the
Batu
coast
Paras.
and back. So
Always to
it's
the
so
coast and
fun.
back.
Yeah.
It hasn't need to be like epic or, nowadays everyone want to, be the king of everything. So no, just connect yourself to your bike, connect with people, just, enjoy it and enjoy your journey. So yeah, it doesn't matter where you go, but yeah, just try it. So yeah, you're doing great. Thank you.
Jadi abis ini ada yang mau backpacking trip kemana gitu. Karena ya ternyata nggak mesti harus semuanya epic ya. Jadi ya udah jalan aja. Dan nggak mesti semuanya harus event. Bisa sekedar langsung aja berangkat.
I know that in Europe it's quite normal for people doing bikepacking on their own.
Where?
In Europe.
In Europe. Yeah, especially
Like
nowadays.
we pass by some bike routes
A lot,
in
yeah.
Europe, like families doing bikepacking on summer holidays, but it's not common in Indonesia.
Yeah.
So if you ride bike using our bike back, people will look at you weird. What are you doing? we have public transportation, but you have to use your bike.
Yeah, that's true.
Ya kalau di Eropa umum, jadi orang backpackingan bawa tas terus kayak lagi liburan gitu,
Sekeluarga.
jalan gitu atau
Iya, jalan.
iya sekeluarga. Jadi waktu itu
Oh, bayangin bawa keluarga ke Pangandaran.
keluarga ke Pangandaran, jadi bapaknya, ibunya, anaknya 3 semuanya pakai sepeda, bawa baju sendiri. Jadi di sana udah biasa kalau misalnya backpackingan, kalau di sini kan masih
Mati.
umum ya.
Mati anaknya.
Masih tabu lah gitu.
Suruh naik sepeda.
Di sana udah umum jadinya.
But also because of the traffic.
Yeah, traffic is crazy. Traffic is crazy.
Tapi di sana juga ngebut mah.
Tapi
ngebut,
bike
cuman
bike
semuanya
lane.
bike lane-nya jelas.
Yeah, not in Timor. If you go to Timor, it's no traffic.
No traffic, that's
Yeah.
nothing.
But yeah, Indonesia is, for me, it's very, 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 very special. I mean, if I repeat into a country, it's because I really love it. I don't used to repeat. So Indonesia, for me, it feels like my second home. So you have a great country, great culture, great people, food. Yeah, it's...
City government, but it's not your
But I think
concern.
governments everywhere are like,
everywhere.
are like dicks. So, everywhere you go, government will be always government. So, but yeah, be proud of your country because it's beautiful. You have like the best souls and the best people in the world. I've been to a lot of places, but probably not like Indonesia. So, yeah, I really enjoyed. So, yeah.
So, which area in Indonesia that you like most?
As you said, it's very different.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, you feel, even here in Java, you said Central Java, West Java is Java. You go to Jogja, it's different buildings, different food. So everything has their own thing. I mean, 2 days ago, we did like an incredible ride with them. We went to, for me, it's a lot, not to see like tea plantations and coffee plants and everything. And being not with tourists, for me, is just amazing. So that area that we went the other day, for me, was like, wow, incredible. Then you go to Jogja, it's different, incredible. Malang, Flores, another landscape. Timor looked like Australia. So I could probably then say like, here I love the most. Here is more wet, more green. Then you go. So I don't know. I could not say anything. Yeah. But I can say where I have the best friends here. So it's in Bandung. Yeah.
By now, I think Alex have seen Indonesian more than we do.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe next year, I don't know. If I can manage to put some more days, maybe I go to Sulawesi or I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I like to explore Sumatra also.
Yeah, I told him
That's
last
from
night.
Sumatra.
You're from Sumatra?
Sumatra.
Oh, nice. Yeah, has to be nice too.
Like Malaysia maybe.
Malaysia. Oh yeah.
That's why I avoid it because people in Malaysia told me that Sumatra is more or less the same.
Yeah.
So that's why. Yeah, and I was in Malaysia last year.
Yeah.
But honestly, next year I'll try to. I'm very comfortable in Southeast Asia. It's kind of easy. Everything is cheap and the weather is quite okay. And so it's nice. But I think I need to be out of this comfort zone. And maybe next year I'm gonna try again to go to that area, Central Asia, Afghanistan or Pakistan, something a little bit more spicy. or maybe India. Or I told them yesterday that I have another plan.
Die.
Yeah, I have another challenge in my mind, which it's called Coast to Coast. That it basically consists to cross from the east coast of Africa to the west coast, from Mozambique to Namibia, through Botswana and Mozambique. And so I have this plan also in my mind, also to cross the Baja Divide, which is the little peninsula they have in Mexico. So Mexico, Africa, and Central Asia are like my main, probably, next adventures of 2027.
I hope you live 100 years old.
Yeah, so I can cover. I just only visited 60 countries out of 186, I think. So there's a lot of people. It's already a lot, yeah.
Sebelum ditutup, ada yang mau bertanya kah? Satu atau dua sebelum kita tutup?
Sorry? Next plan is, yesterday I realized that they didn't give me some days that I requested my job to go to Iceland again because they are going to do a longer race in July. So it has to be Iceland. I don't know if I will manage to go. If not, maybe I have a plan to go to Thailand again in November. And then I have some holidays on December too, and still planning because they forced those days to me on that date. So December it's quite tricky. North Hemisphere it's winter, heavy winter. So you just discard this part. And South Hemisphere during winter it's rainy season. So always I'm gonna be in a rainy place. So I'll see where I go. Maybe Mauritania, because I don't have a lot of days. Mauritania, west coast of Africa, or those places. I'll do something. Yeah. So.
And maybe back to Indonesia again.
And maybe, who knows? Next year, probably, yes. Yeah, maybe next year I'll be back here. Maybe not that long, maybe shorter, but yeah.
Punchy. Sure,
punchy always. Yeah.
Maybe that's the reason why you always going around when it's have a bad storm, because every time the weather is good, you are on work.
You mean?
You're working during good weather.
Yeah, every time you have time to cycle there.
Yeah.
It's the bad weather time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can pick sometimes the holidays, but sometimes some of them they force to you. So, you just need a Gore-Tex, a rain jacket. It's okay. So So I'm very sad that tomorrow I'm leaving. I need to be back home by. In 4 days I'm working. Hopefully it's everything. No, less, 3 days. Or that, I don't want to think about it. But yeah. And then I stay 1 day in Spain working, and then I have to go to the Netherlands working also 3 days. So it's gonna be cold, windy, rainy, and missing satay. I will miss satay.
Favorite food.
Yeah.
Favorite
Yeah.
food? Alex
Satay.
in Bandung.
Yeah. Sorry. Sate.
Favorite food?
Yeah, in Bandung, no.
No.
The seafood place.
Oh, the seafood, yes.
The seafood place.
Yeah. It's
We
the
went
best
another
one,
day to
yeah.
a seafood place. That was very nice.
Seafood 89.
89.
Jauh
Best
tapi enak pisan.
calamari.
Yeah, best calamari, the shrimp, the fish. Yeah, so incredible. You have incredible
Soekarno-Hatta deket
Jauh dekat. Caringin sih tuh.
nggak bisa pedes.
Enak tapi enak pisan.
Itu enak banget seafood. The best seafood di Bandung. Lebih enak dari di Pangandaran.
Iya sih lebih fresh dari Pangandaran.
Iya.
Enak kan?
Lebih enak.
Okay, right, we'll register those things.
So did you
Mau nanya?
like it? Did you like the photos? Yeah, of course.
When you go to ultra cycling and then like getting fit, and I just want to know that you just support by yourself or friends or supported you.
Okay, it's getting better year by year. I started, of course, with nothing, and I mean, yeah, I could have more things, but I could have less. So I'm very, very, very grateful about the sponsors that I have nowadays, and I have some brands that they support me. Basically, I have everything covered now except the bikes, which is I had some offers, but not the offers that I wanted. And I always think big, and sometimes you need to say sometimes no to have like. But yeah, I'm covered with nutrition, clothes, helmets. So almost everything. So I think I'm lucky, especially being in Europe. You could think like, this guy has money. Well, being honest, if you compare to here, maybe yes, but honestly, I struggle to live in Europe. It's very expensive. So one of the reasons I try to find sponsors is because to cover expenses. Because for me, it's very expensive to come here. Even the food here, it's cheap, but there's a lot of things I need to buy. So there's some brands that they economically help me, and this helps me a lot, because when I'm here, I'm not working, so I'm not earning money. So nowadays I have some brands that they support me, and I'm so happy. So now my main goal for the next year is to have like a good brand for the bicycles, and being in touch with Canyon. But sadly, last year they changed the structure of the company. I was very close to get a contract with Canyon, but I think nowadays just only Matthew Van Der Poel is sponsored by Canyon. Everyone was fired except the racing teams. So no ambassadors, nothing. So, and of course Alex, nothing because I'm nobody. But I was very close, and now I have some contacts that I'm trying to. It's hard. It's very hard in Europe to get sponsored. Everybody does everything. Everybody's super strong. And if you don't kill an elephant and you eat it, you are nobody. So you need to be super epic. But I still have bikes. So grateful about that. Yeah, I need to start to think about replacing this gravel bike because poor her, she suffered a lot. It's very I actually have a little crack on the frame because in Oman I was fully loaded and it was windy. I left the bike so tired and then it. So, but what that bike saw is just is like a book. But so who knows? I'm not very obsessed on sponsors, but it's true that they help you a lot. So that's why I'm trying to be a bit constant in social media. Social media in Europe works different. Every day you degrow on followers. It's so hard. It's so hard to grow up.
That's why you travel to Asian countries for followers.
I don't know, but it's sadly in Europe, if you don't have like a lot of followers, you are nobody, and it doesn't matter if you travel the whole world. They're like, and if you are like 6 watts per kilo, you are nobody. But I'm still happy. I have legs, I have arms, I have health, I have a bicycle, so I don't need anything else. Everything it comes, it's good, but
Okay.
Kalau gitu, mari kita doain Alex untuk tahun
bike.
depan yang dapat sponsor
New bike for
sepeda
Alex.
Yeah,
baru,
please.
new bike.
Sponsors,
Yes,
please. I'm not picky. It can be pink, it can be yellow, it can be like, yeah. Even if you can give me your titanium bike, the titanium, whatever it is, both of them.
We will find you. a
Yeah.
deal.
But yeah, if sponsors just reach me out, I'll be happy to post photos dead in the middle of the sun. I promise I can go to Papua New Guinea with a new bicycle. Yeah, that's it. There's a lot of people in Europe very stressed and obsessed on getting sponsors.
Yeah.
But it's not my core. It's not my goal. My goal is this.
Yeah.
Have friends, having good food, being around, having a nice and chill ride, laughing, photos, sharing stories. I don't care if I need to ride a bike of 10 years old. I mean, so I'm but it's sad in Europe we have this mentality sometimes that is. Yesterday we had a nice chat with her and with him about difference between, let's say, Asia and Europe. And basically, I can resume that I'm not proud of Europe. We have an ideology which I don't think it's healthy, or we have to learn about you a lot. Yeah.
When you meet Sasha and
Oh yeah, they can explain to you. When
when you meet
The first time, face to face.
here
Last year.
Here.
Last year here
last
in
year.
Bandung.
Yeah.
It was a crazy story. They did the Transiberica. So in resume, they literally rode in front of my house.
Ya, kita lewat depan rumahnya pas Transiberica.
In front of my house. I'm not living I'm living in a remote town in the middle of nowhere. Nobody knows
Just
that.
for your info, his town consists of
100 people.
Ya, cuman 100.
population.
100 people live there.
Lebih gede konvoy Persib.
99 because I'm like nomad. I'm not living there anymore. But yeah. And they, in some way, I was going to Vietnam. But before going to Vietnam, I already knew I was going to Indonesia. So in some way, they found that I was living in Caldes, that's the name of my town, and they were like, hey, so we got in contact in Instagram, and they were like, yeah, come to Bandung. We'll have a short ride when you get here. The short ride was 400 kilometers. And I was like, shit, I got to Jogja the first day, like, these guys are monsters. So yeah, it was very fun. It was so fun, and I had an amazing time. And in Jogja we split paths. I kept following my journey alone, and
So our first ride together was
It was-
400 kilometers.
yeah, I will remember this McDonald's for the rest of my life. I met them. No, the what was? When do we meet tomorrow? Yeah, McDonald's. What time? 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Spanish people are used to be very lazy in these things. Like, okay, we start at 10 or 11. So for me, I was at 2 a.m. Shit. And then we left. Yeah, we left here. I can remember that time, and wow, I was impressed.
At 5 a.m. you already hot.
I was already sweating here.
Yeah, already sweating.
It was so hot. I could see. I can remember the first sunset.
Jam 5 sore,
Sunrise.
udah kepanasan. Karena nggak biasa, kan humid kan di sini.
Yeah, humid.
Yeah, it was a very meaningful ride. It was so beautiful. I was like, whoa, rice fields, whoa. And they were like, is this guy okay? I was like, whoa, the sun. Okay, yeah. Volcanoes.
Volcanoes.
I'm a fan of volcanoes. so-
Obsessed with volcanoes.
Yeah, I
And
was.
try Indomie for the first time.
Indomie, yeah.
First meal.
Indomie
the
goreng.
First meal in the right.
Yeah.
Indomie.
Yeah, and then I realized that Indomaret was like minus 20 degrees inside, which it saves your life.
Yeah.
And we stopped a lot of times. We had rain.
Yep.
Itu waktu kita sambil video call
Iya,
si
itu
Pong
lagi lintang Flores.
Yeah, and then that's when I kind of decided to come back again and do Lintang Flores,
Yeah.
because it was at that time that it was happening. So yeah, nice
Sampai
memories.
Jakarta.
Man.
langsung ke Bandung, besoknya langsung riding ke Jogja.
No time for jet lag.
No time for jet lag. I was pretty awake like at 2 a.m. because I was like, no, I'm in Spanish
Anyway,
time.
it's a good time.
Go. Yeah. We met here. I bought a USB cable here because it was broken. That's actually the USB cable that you used. Yeah. I said like, hey, Yudi, my USB cable is broken. He said, just in front. And then I realized that
We have everything.
everything.
Borma.
Yeah.
Ya, Borma.
We have everything there.
Yeah. Even
We always say you can go in naked and go out fully clothed.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So, yeah, especially for the stickers that now you will be free to take as much as you want with your stickers here. I mean, the other, she said, super like chill, like, you want stickers? I was like, oh yeah, I would love to do stickers. Like, I've been planning this in Europe during a year because, you need to, you need to send like a gold field to the designer and then they need to think about that this is gonna be a sticker and they need to design again and make everything sure and, see all the stars in line and then do the stickers to make it happen. And she was like, you want stickers? I was like, yeah. Tomorrow we will have like 1 million stickers. I was like, what, really? So they did the stickers super quick, fast.
Very cheap.
Again, Europe should.
Because the last time
yeah.
you make stickers, how many stickers?
I did stickers for my name.
6
For my 6 small and 6 not a little bit bigger like this. So 12. And I think it was 24 euros. Okay, just put my name.
Scam.
No, but that was the cheap place. I ordered in Czech Republic, and it took like 1 month, I think, to get home.
1 month.
1 month. And the other day, I got this new helmet, and it was one left. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna put the sticker. This is important moment. But like, don't mess it up. So yeah, that everything is so expensive.
Yeah, it's
So
cheap
expensive.
and fast.
Cheap and fast.
Yeah, really fast.
So yeah, as soon as I realized that I wanted to give some stickers to you, I was like, hey, can we do more? I want to give stickers. So yeah, it was. There's always a yes on your mouth, so it's very nice. So it's gonna be hard to be back home. Trust me, it's gonna be hard. Yeah. Anyway, at least I can spend some months in Asia.
So 1.5 months, right?
1.5 months, and
Europe.
yeah, when I leave to home. Yeah, I got here on the 19th, I think. So I'm gonna be back on the 27th or 6th. Yeah. Yeah, I like to be long time here. It's to have time for everything. I even could like go to Timor and get crazy there. Yeah.
Okay, let's
But anyway,
close.
yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, we wish you good luck
Thank you, terima kasih.
for your next trip.
Thank you.
Also,
Yeah,
maybe
I'll
next
be-
year we meet again.
yeah,
Forget
I'm
to
sure.
follow.
Don't forget.
Yeah, thank you. My
follow.
stupid, crazy adventure. Yeah, I'll be happy to be in contact with you. Yeah, thank you so much.
Ya,
You're always,
makasih semuanya.
yeah. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Don't forget to enjoy on the bike. I hope I could inspire you just a little bit. If not, it's okay. But yeah, enjoy it. You have like a very good country to pedal, and if you ever come to Spain, just reach me out. You have a house to stay. You have a place to sleep, so don't hesitate. I know the flights are expensive, but if you ever go, just yeah.
OTW Temanggung malam ini. Terinspirasi.
Oke,
Yeah,
makasih
anyway,
banyak Alex.
yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yang mau stiker bisa ambil.